Jeff Snyder here at TheWrap Sundance Video Studio. We're sitting down with the team behind Kate Plays Christine. We have director Robert Greene and actress Caitlin Scheel. So tell us a little bit about what this movie is about, Robert.
So the film follows Kate as she tries to understand and play the role of Christine Chubbuck, who is a woman who went on air in 1974 and committed suicide, and sort of wrapped her suicide in a political message. He said, in keeping with Channel 40's policy of bringing you the latest in blood and guts, here's another first. And it's a film that or a story I've been somewhat obsessed with for maybe a decade.
So in reading the description of this movie, I'm curious, so what are you preparing to play Christine in, technically, or is it just...
Right. That's a very good question. Robert, do you feel comfortable?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I think we compare it to like Day for Night. You know, it's like there's some movies about filmmaking that are movies where there's another product being created, and there's some where it's like a movie within a movie or something. So it's not at all like Day for Night at all, but it's the Truffaut movie about a making of a film, and there was never a film.
There was never a narrative film that I was preparing for.
Sure. So what? How did you prepare? What kind of research did you do about Miss Chubbuck?
Well, Robert actually requested that I not do extensive research before we got on the ground in Sarasota. So most of what I learned about Christine Chubbuck, you can see me
actually learn it in the movie.
In the film, yeah.
I see. Now, is it just, obviously there's another movie here at the festival called Christine, that's a narrative feature. Is it just like a happy coincidence that there's two movies about her? Like, what's your take on the two Christine Chubbuck movies?
I haven't seen it yet. I'm excited to see it. It's yeah, it's a total coincidence, and I don't know. I mean, maybe it's crazy to say, but I feel like she wanted her suicide recorded. One of the things that our film is about is how the tape of that recording has been lost forever, or is lost or whatnot. But now she's coming back in this strange way. She wanted her message to be heard and seen. So it's kind of amazing and kind of makes me emotional to think about the fact that on this stage, which is Sundance and all that craziness, there's two attempts to tell the story. So, yeah.
And Kate, do you feel like Christine's message has become more relevant today, where the news does exploit violence and that kind of stuff? That's what sells.
Sure, absolutely. I mean, I think it was relevant at the time and continues to become more so. But also the desire to be seen and how that can make you feel like a worthwhile human being. And that is also just becoming more and more relevant.
What was it like when you got the call that you were accepted into the festival?
Well, I got this really nice thing. I was actually, I was teaching a class because I teach in the University of Missouri, and I had just shown the film to my students. And I got a call from Beverly Hills, and everyone at the time of the year that I got the call knows what that is. Maybe it's either good or bad news. And I got the good news in front of my class of students who had sort of had this experience with me for a semester. And I told them that they couldn't tell anybody. It was like, shut up, you can't tell her. I told them, Sundance is so cruel, they'll kick you out of the festival if you tell your grandmother that we got into.
Right, you gotta keep it a secret.
Yeah, so it was kind of the cool way to find out.
Okay, be sure and check out Kate Plays Christine if you're here in Park City. Thanks for coming in, guys. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having us.